Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. I know it's been long and I just did a long video according to the title and only realized that I didn't show my face. I didn't even say hi. Hi guys, how have you been? I have been well. And this is just one among the testimonies, and I want to say everything the Lord promised He has done, and I really don't even have to come and give this testimony or any other. But what would all those stories be about if I didn't, come and tell you that everything the Lord promised when He sent me out, He fulfilled. Not in the way I expected. He did everything that He said He would, and I expected that, okay? But He did things not even in the timing that I expected. So there was stretching there, and at the end of it, it would only, emphasize the fact that God does things at His own time, in His own way. And He was testing my faith because I really pushed you guys to believe, like through faith will you receive what you've been expecting. So I pushed and pushed and pushed, and then I got tested on everything that I was telling you. I was pushed and pulled myself, and not just me, but my family as well. And it's a whole testimony. I think it will need a different video to explain. But God is so good and faithful, and also very just. As He cuts you, as He trims you, as He prunes you, He's doing the same to the next person. So learn that what you're going through, the good things you're doing, the mistakes, the learning, the lessons you're taking in, the caution you're taking now before you do things, He's doing that to the other person. And so your world is turning and it's becoming different because you have agreed to learn and been taken to different levels.
Maisha yangu yafiche kwenye mbawa zako, e Bwana, utajiri wangu na uwe kwenye neno lako, e Bwana, kwa kuwa mimi sitaiogopa hofu ya usiku, wala mshale wa yule muovu urukao mchana. Uaminifu wako ndiyo ngao yangu, kwa mbawa umenifunika. Maisha yangu yafiche kwenye mbawa zako, e Bwana, tajiri wangu na uwe kwenye neno lako, e Bwana. He was teaching the truth.
Spring, summer, fall, winter, the Lord has been good to us. We have loved being here, watching this landscape from this deck. It's been beautiful. Hi guys, how are you? I know it's been a while. Can you hear the birds chirping? I'm just standing beside my tripod and looking at this view. We've enjoyed this view for the last, it will be 5 years in April. We came here end of April 2020, right after my birthday, which is spring. It is springtime. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out, and I'm just here gazing at this landscape. And I've always said, actually I think I shared on my stories, that if we ever move, I will miss this landscape. Every time I was ever down in this place, I would come here and just marvel. This neighborhood and just the arrangement of it through the seasons has been amazing. We came here when it was so broken. I have shared before. and it didn't look good at all. It kind of looked a bit like this. The deck was all broken. And the guys repaired the outside as I did the inside, and I know my guys, but I hoped they would do this every year. I've loved this window because it's like a picture frame, and because my kitchen was not everything I wanted in terms of counter space, I extended to this area because I could. We came to this place and it's like we made it our own, and the owner, I bet some of you didn't even know that we were renting. The owner had left it in some type of way. When I saw it, I cried. It was COVID times and he couldn't send fundis in to repair, but he kept saying, you need to come to this place. You need to be living in a house. I was like, no way, no way. He should have repaired it before we came in, but it turns out that it was all God. When I tell you that God will go ahead of you and make sure that somebody will do what they're supposed to do so that you understand the journey that He's put you on, God does that. Later, many years later, not many when I think about it, because it's only been a total of 5, God revealed that the state of this home was our actual spiritual state as a family. And He wanted us, by building this home, repairing it, mending it in the way we could, by doing our best, we would be mending our family. And throughout the years, we've been so humbled. I have come to like everything, and so have my hubby and the kids. We have come to enjoy the little things, the little spaces, like you see that space out there that the kids regard as mom and dad's breakfast nook. We've not actually been able to sit there and have breakfast. We just come sit here whenever we come up the stairs from outside. We sit there, chat for a bit, and then go inside. All, I would say, because of the weather, but this is a nice tiny deck. Yeah, let's go downstairs. I show you a bit of the outside. The wind keeps opening the gate. Yeah, so this is the yard that we have enjoyed. We've had several parties here. This is a rhododendron. It only comes alive in summer. Really enjoyed the purple flowers. I think I'll insert here. And this place is not neat at all. Actually, there are places that are not neat because of the things that we are putting outside, and of course the recycle that goes out on Friday, and the extra seats or the broken seats that we put there. You know, a home, when you're living somewhere, you will do that. This is my favorite area. This tree is like a canopy, not by nature but by design. Hubby usually just cuts the branches that come down here just to hallow the bench, and we really love this place. Also, was supposed to be a breakfast nook, that we actually don't have breakfast there because of the weather, but we sit around here a lot. Do you see this setting? We used to sit here a lot after church before winter, in the fall. And this is our shamba. Last season I was in charge of planting. I planted and nothing bore fruit, and I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Am I not fruitful? And it turns out it's one of the signs that God was using to say that this is over. This is a time of rest. Do you know how with the Israelites, the 7th year, they would be told not to plant, instead to rest and use what is in the store and the barn houses? Yes, so I even bought this little planter for my herbs. Everything came up, yeah, from the ground. Everything, sprouted, but didn't bear fruit. All of this. I'm telling you, the self-doubt that hit me. But anyway, this is our shamba, and we've eaten a lot of veggies from here. There's some things we grew that never came up, like garlic and a blueberry tree over there, bush, little tiny blueberry bush. I'll show you the front yard. This is the backyard, and that is how the home looks like from the back. That's the width of it, but it looks like a very huge home from the side. So there's a gate here that takes you to the front yard. This wall needs to be pressure washed. Do you see how huge this home looks from outside? Yeah, they have a sidewalk here, a path. This is a tree that turns purple. It has purple flowers during summer, and this has green leaves like the maple leaf. That tree, hubby has always said that he will put a bench around it. It's been 5 years, it's never happened. And that's the front yard. This was a baby when we came here, but it grew. So the house looks narrow from the front and back, and then very long on the sides. Let's go behind here. This was the novelty place for me. It feels like the woods. Dries up like this in winter and then gets so nice and luscious in summer, in spring and summer. It is the beginning of spring now. Nothing has come up yet. So our address is on the road because of that main road. But actually, we do everything from behind because that is where our parking is. So that is a whole other street. So when somebody is trying to find our house, it gets tricky. Like, yeah, you see the address, but come to the back. Come to the back through that other street. Look at this couple. Yeah, so that's the yard. And now let's go visit the house. When you come in, this is what you see. This is like an entryway table. I bought it for the house and it just didn't match the vibe. Though this house is big, the organization of it can be very tricky because of all the open doors facing outward. Does that make sense? You will see. In a minute, you will see. So you guys, of course, know my kitchen. I've done a tour before, or you've seen me cooking in this kitchen a lot. That's the dining table. I love it. I got it for free on Facebook Market when I was making a home. I was a hustler. So this buffet table comes with the table, and I got it from somebody who was inheriting her mother's property. And so she wanted to get rid of this and keep what was her mother's because it was so beautiful. And so she was giving away this. This is a spiritual principle, you guys, to let go. Whenever you let go, you allow more and better to come, right? So we've been using this. It can be used as a buffet table, but we've been using it as a breakfast. This is where, as you can see, our breakfast stuff is. If you want to make tea, boil water for tea. We brew coffee sometimes. We use the Keurig a lot of times, the toaster. Yes, and this corner is this wonderful stool I thrifted. On it is water. This is so bad for the environment, but we love grabbing it as we run out. My pantry, not so neat. I don't think this pantry is ever neat. It's like a catch-all. All our stock and food and cake things. You know me, I'm a hobby baker. Still yet to get professional and be called a pastry chef. It's a long way getting there, but we're getting there. Yeah, I don't know why I keep those egg trays. I kind of feel like one day I'll have a friend who is a farmer, an egg farmer. I mean, a hen farmer or chicken farmer. I think is more appropriate. Yeah, party stuff. Yeah, it's not very organized, but a lot of cake stuff. And yeah, pantry, as you know. Yeah, I feel like I've given this tour, but it's just part of what I want to do today. So yeah, that's our cabinet, and that's the totality of our storage in this house. And this is what I keep saying, like, it's so huge. This kitchen is. This is the much counter space I have that I can use. And if you know me for a while, you know that I've been keeping this KitchenAid outside and another mixer downstairs because of space. So I can't actually just use a mixer here and still work on the counter. That's the much I've desired to have counter space. The owner of this house would say, I'll repair the kitchen, I'll do the floors, and I would be like, forget the floors, I just want the kitchen. But it never got done. Time and money does get, out of hand. But we got used to this house. We made it a home in the best way we knew how. All of us have been tired and fighting for our lives. I'm telling you, that includes the landlord as well. Yeah, just trying to make as much money as he can to improve his property. I'm so sorry if this camera is not giving the best. I don't think it's clear enough, I've been feeling. Okay, so I know you guys are used to this. I used to complain, and I even used to be embarrassed that my kitchen looks like this. And then I thought, oh my God, that is so entitled. Like, who promised you, with all the work you've done in this life, that you deserve a better kitchen in America? Don't you know that I'm building you? It's the voice I had in my head, like God is telling me, this is what I want you to make a home out of. And so, yeah, we did this, yeah, to a point where it's like God was pleased. So is this our ideal? No, I don't think it's God's ideal either. But it was about taking a thing and actually learning to appreciate, giving thanks for what you have, and working with it, making it a home. Actually, when people come here, nobody has ever said this doesn't look like an American home. It's just me, and the standards and expectations I always had. Also, the very first home that we got was a snack. I'll show you. It was the cutest. We keep thinking about it. It was tiny, a duplex, and also very nice. The kitchen was big with lots of counter space. We also had a time there. Okay, but the journey to bring us together as a family was a lot different. Yeah, and we thank God because of what He has done. He has made His promises come true, even the ones we didn't think were promises to us, things that we thought would be, different, the things that we did not expect that He wanted to make happen. God exceeds what he says, and sometimes we don't know what word he sent out when he said that he would restore you, you don't know exactly what he's gonna do. Yeah. And so this house has been so weird to us from the moment we came in, but hubby had already accepted it. And I say through the journey, when I learned just how led my husband is, even in the oddest ways, I was like, I zip it, you know, wherever you go, we will follow and make the best of it. Yeah. So this is my favorite section, as most of you know. There used to be a huge metallic shelf that wasn't just vibing. And when we got this black shelf and put it beside, we got like you know, this is sort of a nice nook, yeah, when you think about it. And we have this became like a workspace, not big enough to work in, but at least it holds my books and my cake domes. And I love putting the eggs out, even though it's a thing here to have eggs in the fridge, mostly because they're bleached, yeah, cleaned and bleached. So that means it's too porous to stay outside for long. So I have to be in the fridge, but it's the cold season, it's quite safe, yeah. I would know. So yeah, that's where I keep my spices. Do you see that slap your mama spice that I've never used because it's hot? We don't do hot in this house. Yeah. And this fridge I didn't like. Most of you who were with me from the cooking channel, you know, I hated this fridge. I just don't like the fact that it's wire racked. So a lot of things you put will get stuck there, and if you're late pulling out something, you'll be dragging it for, especially meat. Jesus, it just goes into the crevices, and it's crazy removing it. The fridge is empty. It's just the bare minimum. We're staying bare minimum until we move out. I'll make you laugh when I tell you that we don't know yet where we are moving to. It's crazy, I'll tell you. And it's crazy. It's not even funny, it's crazy. So when we came here, I thought it was the craziest thing that the bathroom is here. So I bought letters and named it the game room. Because what? I'm African. What do you mean the bathroom is here? So yes, this is the bathroom here in the kitchen. Smack in the kitchen. Right. Look, beside the jiko. Bathroom. Yes, and yeah, so that's the shower. That's the bathtub that I have learned to enjoy, even though it needs a lot of maintenance and new plumbing. I still brought the me that loves to decorate from scratch. I'm hoping that one day I'll reach a place where I become a buyer, not a DIYer. I have not enjoyed that life because nothing looks complete. According to me, I'm a creative. I don't want to create anymore. So I'm looking, you know, to move towards where God uses people to do a thing and you buy into that thing. Isn't that how we create wealth for others? I create this. I create food. Somebody else creates amazing homes. And tunazidi. Yeah, that's the bathroom. You've seen me sing here. I had to do a different backdrop. Added those tiles. It's a nice, neat bathroom. This is just for me and hubby. Yeah, and that's it. When we came here, we just had one bathroom, but the owner did add, you know, a different bathroom. So that's the kitchen. It's very vibey when it's clean. I actually say kids because while we were here, they grew into men. And it's so fascinating that as we go to look for homes, people are like, everybody needs to sign the lease and provide their pay stubs, and because they're over 18. Do you know in America, if you're over 18, nobody expects you to be mothered? Yeah, and off the kitchen is our bedroom, and that's the only one I will show you. I'm even shy to show this side because it's a lot of paper. But yeah, that's the galley bed that hubby and I use. It's so galley, and we came here and we found this bed in this room. And so we gave up ours and decided to use this room. Why? Because I've always wanted a metallic bed. So hubby indulged me. And this room is also, you know, it looks like a princess room. That's how feminine it is. We didn't change the color even. We had to settle and quickly too, yeah, because it was time. The owner had gone. Our lease had finished where we were. And so we had to start a new beginning. We have this lovely bench down here. We actually love this room. I love it in neutrals, but always fall short sometimes. Put, you know, a painting like that. Gray curtains, depending on the season. It's winter. Just actually yesterday is when daylight saving happened. And so we lost an hour. Yeah, but this is our metallic bed, our warm bench. This is where we sit when we are changing shoes. And this, people, is where I talk to you from. And so I have that view. Sometimes I'm teaching and squirrels are running around. It's the most beautiful thing. I have really enjoyed things about this house. So yes, that's where I teach you from. That's the plant that, you know, gives life. And some of the things sometimes you catch. The mirror sometimes you catch. Yeah, so that place is so untidy. We are still just packing. And you do see these boxes that we are putting, you know, the clothes we don't wear often and the duvets. I'm so shy to show you this side, but oh my God, the shoes and some... Yeah, this is the storage we had to have because, oh my God, the closet is tiny. And we are two people with lots of clothes. But that is actually where the prayer closet is. That is where I've been calling God from. That's where he's also spoken a lot from. I'm not still sure that I'll post that. So over here is another pantry. I used to think, oh my God, the things I'll do with this space, it really doesn't work, but it's no excuse. Sometimes it's very neat, sometimes it's not. And that's another bedroom that I will not show you because I have no permission. The guys are very private and I like it for them. I'm also very private. You wouldn't, I know you don't believe, but I'm very private. The things that I've shared are the things that God has sent me to share. Okay, so now we are entering the living room. It's a tiny one. That's why even the seat doesn't fit. Over here, I have one of the planters. These plants usually go out to the entry. Entry is that extended kitchen I use. I love them there because they get so much sunlight. When they are here, they tend to suffer, especially in winter, but these have been faithful. The monstera and the golden pothos don't exactly die, even though they suffer a lot. Okay, so this is the living room. We call it the gray room, mostly because that's where we have this gray couch. Do not ask about the brown cushions, okay? Yeah, they do not match. Nothing matches. This house was crazy color, and we made it almost normal with Kenyan colors for a while. And then that changed and I tried to go with a trend. I was tired because I was kind of the only one who works in this house, you know, to decorate. And then I understood that God was asking me to make this a home. While my kids were becoming what they were becoming, they didn't have time. As my quest was to make it a home to a point where, you know, all the guys were happy. One guy, we know he's happy because he loves bringing friends or come and eat at my house. My mom loves to cook and I'm like, dude, I can no longer do this, you know, and then you realize that's him until when he outgrows it. Yeah, so he's a firstborn. I find that firstborns are people, you know, people's people. Yeah. Yeah, so this is my desk. I love this desk. I love my tiny desktop that I hardly use because I use the laptops and sit here because I'm not sitting here straight for hours on end. Yeah, but whenever I can, that's where I sit. I love this tiny desk. It was actually given to me by a child. Yeah, a child stopped using it and I was like, I'll take it. I don't mind, because the desk I want has not been manifested yet. Yeah, I would need more space for it. I need a different kind of desk. You will see and you will get what I mean, and you will know just why I don't mind waiting for my desk. Okay, now this is a picture of hubby and me on our wedding day, and a plant there that stays there throughout the season. So this is our family seat. This has accommodated our family and many people, and this is that plant be gorgeous. Hey, okay, yeah, and I love this setup over here. I'm no interior decorator, but I'm an you know, a serious enthusiast. That's our family album. This tiny photos we got off mixed tiles when they had just this size. It was all the rage then. Now they're making bigger, but anyway, I like them. I've put them up in different ways. There was a time they were on this wall and this painting was on this wall. I've done too much and the guys were like, we are tired, choose a design. Anyway, that's my bench. Love it, thrifted it, not going to let go of it. This will travel with me. I'm a bench lover, as you can tell. And yeah, that mirror, I feel like it's so tiny, especially because of what's is happening in my life right now. Actually, this I did a long time ago, but I'm in the interior decorating space in my life right now. Like, I work in an interior decoration space. I have just very few hours there, but it gives me so much satisfaction. Turns out I really love this interior decor, and I've noticed if God is leading me somewhere, it's because of my heart's desires that he put in me. Yeah, and now this is my library. This, we love books and we buy books and we thrift books. And you wouldn't think, you would wonder why we have only few showing here and not very serious ones. But these are just my books, and everyone else keeps their books elsewhere. I'm looking to a place where if we get more storage, you can use different shelves and just create a wall, a library wall with all the books. We have a mirror here that I love. I thrifted this. This wall used to be just that orange color. And then when we did gray, which is out of fashion in the Americas right now, when we did the gray, I wanted this to be a solid darker wall as the TV walls. Then I thought I really loved this orange color. And also I when I found this painting, I was thinking it's so brilliant. It matches my wall. So I won't get rid of this wall, you know, the color. I'll just make geometric shapes. It got this room looking so busy, but we didn't care. Especially because I'm the only one who's painting. So what are you going to tell me? Do you want to paint? No. Okay. For my TV stand, I don't even use a TV stand. I use the shelves, but I like them because of the use of those baskets as storage. These baskets are brilliant for me because especially when we are moving, I won't even need to use boxes. I'll just take my books into the basket and many other things, especially the tiny little things, the routers, the wires, the sockets, you know. Yeah. And this is the red room, aka the office. This is where everybody gets to, not everybody, 3 guys get to exercise both their talent, their hobbies, and their professional stuff. Yeah, I love the windows here. I love these windows too. They're just not so visible because of the setting of the living room. So yeah, this is Tamwa's keyboard and Tamwa's hobby things. That's just a vacuum. This red couch is what we used to all sit on when we joined Mfalme in Orlando. We loved it because we could all fit there for some reason. Yeah, this is where, when we settled here, I got all these glasses for Mfalme and I to be whining, because now we found each other and God was like, you have a fatty liver. No more alcohol for you. And hubby was feeling so overweight, so took a diet that we can't have alcohol. We may do a bit of alcohol just for teaching, and not alcohol, wine, mostly non-alcoholic. No, always non-alcoholic in this house, because we have found the Lord. And I will enjoy the demonstration of it because of what I do as a career. This is hubby's desk and his books. He has the most interesting books, and yeah, you can tell he is very, very, like when he does computer work, it's beyond our level. Yeah, it's serious work, it seems. Yeah. And then this looks a bit untidy, but this is our puzzles. Him and I do puzzles. It's old people's activities. So people have gotten this habit where they buy us puzzles because we do them. Sometimes you'll find a puzzle half finished, but after we finish this one, it's like we took a break. We are supposed to do this 2001. Mike used to do this thing where he brings a 1,000 piece. We finish, he gets a 1,500. Then he got us this 2,000. And then this is Toshi's desk, and also this is where he plays PS. Do not ask. Because they have a PS5, Tosh had to get a PS3 and engineer it. You will understand when you see more of his things. I love this window. It's not so functional, but this is the most busy desk, and it kind of depicts what Toshi is as the baby of the family. Eternal flowers from his friend. Yeah, and yeah, everything with Toshi is on display. He likes to see his things out. I don't know why. And then, do you see this 3D printer? This guy will spend money on such things and create. When he's satisfied, that's when it moves, So yeah, he's fascinating like that. You'll buy a drawer, it fills, and you're like, Toshi, you have to declutter. Over here is Tamwa. He's a fashion enthusiast. He creates amazing things. I can't even tell you. Over here is the bathroom. We won't get in there. And the bedroom. Do you see how tiny this house is on the inside? And this is the entry. This should be the official entry, but it's not, because our address, as I said, is on the main road. You come in like that. That's the main door. But this happens just like the entry on the other side. It happens to be, it's not a conditioned room, meaning when it's cold, it's extremely cold. It's like you're outside, because it's not conditioned. It's not built as a, as a house. This is the entry, so it's outside. Other people regard it as the room. Yeah, I used to teach from here at some point. Yeah, so yeah, this is it. This is the end of the tour. This is where we come to look at ourselves. Yeah, so I've not even said hi. I've not seen my face today. But yeah, this, at least we've decluttered to a point where there won't be much, to worry about, Hey guys, so I know you heard me mention that we didn't even have a place to move to by the time I was doing that tour. It's so funny that I felt that urge on March 10th to do a tour, and we had looked at so many houses. Some were disqualifying us because of the number of people we had. And, like I explained, it's like they needed for everybody to have to prove that they could pay rent. They don't care here if you're like a traditional African family where your kids are your kids, right? They're not paying bills, especially considering they're still in school. But so we had a difficulty finding houses. We were looking in West Bro, North Bro, like all the places we would want to move, but turns out God had a house for us. That same day, my husband called me right after the tour and said there's a house, that he likes, and we should go see, because the agent had agreed to meet us the same day. And so we went and looked, and we liked it, and he liked us so much that he was insisting to the landlord that he should give us the house. And so it happened like that. The landlord accepted. Everything was good. We both were good with each other. We liked the house, and it's so crazy that the house looked like the first house we had abroad in St. John's. Smelled the same way. I've been looking for that smell to be able to identify it, and it turns out it's the carpet. The carpet on the stairs, because they had just changed the carpet. So I caught that smell again, and later, because God works in the most mysterious ways, he would make us understand that it's like a new beginning, but with our family all together. That has never happened. For us to find a fully, finished house that is okay, by our standards. At first, we didn't even, think it's as big as, this particular house, but it's bigger in ways that we didn't. Like, let me tell you, God is so clever in how he does things. So on this day, it was the day after we moved. I was just coming to check, what the situation is like. We really had to do a lot of sweeping, because they're going to be working on this house. So no point in getting professional cleaners, but the guys have to come and just clear out their rooms. There are some things we are leaving, like that sideboard and the TV, the owners, because he left behind some things. Yeah. So like some TVs, some, drawers, beds here and there, like a couch like this one. Yeah. So I'm just checking the set of the house to make sure we leave it decent. There's some things the guys still have to get their weights and stuff, but yeah, that's it. And I hope that this encourages someone who is waiting on God, and also who God is pointing out to a different direction. We didn't expect to move this soon. We expected to be here for a year more, and then we would make different arrangements. But it's like this was God's time, and we are grateful for it. I will give you a story time on all of that. And I hope this blesses someone and gives you direction if that's what you're looking for, or a confirmation. So God bless you and keep you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.